do you have an event coming up and the dress code says professional dress code, but you're not totally sure what that means? You don't want to be overdressed or underdressed, right? By the end of this video, you will know exactly what a professional dress code is, how it differs from business casual, and some ideas on what to wear to look professional, perfectly appropriate for that occasion. Hi, my name is Basia and I am an ex-celebrity stylist turned personal stylist with over 15 years of experience, and I work with ambitious women, corporate professionals and entrepreneurs to help them build a wardrobes that reflects their authority and confidence. Now, if you are ready to stop blending in and dress with purpose, grab my free elevated work style guide, and I'm gonna link it in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post a new video, which is every Wednesday. So without further ado, let's dive in. So what does a professional dress code really mean? Well, professional dress code, also known as a business professional attire, is a formal and polished style of dressing that's typically expected in corporate and professional environments. So when it comes to this dress code, you will want to follow very specific rules closely. It's all about looking corporate and serious. Many women politicians, for example, follow this dress code when dressing for professional settings. You will usually see them in suits or like really traditional dresses, especially when doing interviews, attending events, or dressing for professional occasions. Also, if you have ever watched a TV show called Suits, you're probably familiar with the look of professional dress code. It's a perfect example of this kind of attire. Now, let's dive into different silhouettes you can wear, and we will also explore the types of patterns that work well with this dress code. Plus, I'll share some full outfit ideas to make sure that you're always on point. So we're gonna start with suits. Now, suits will be your go-to look when it comes to a professional dress code. You will have a few style options here, and yes, there is a room to add a little bit of personality, so don't worry, okay? So now the most traditional choices are solid colored suits in navy, black, dark green, or even deep purple. You can also wear belted suits or suits with more intricate tailoring, as long as the fabric and color are the same for both the blazer and trousers, or obviously the blazer or a skirt. Now, the overall silhouette still needs to feel really structured and corporate. Now, next up, let's talk about dresses. Now, you want to stick with classic silhouettes like sheath dresses or A-line dresses. These should ideally hit right below the knee for a polished look. Now, short sleeves, three-quarter sleeves, or long sleeves are all appropriate. What you want to do is just to avoid anything sleeveless or too casual. Now, the key is to really keep the structure and the simple look that this dress code calls for. Now let's talk about blouses. Now the blouses that fit into the professional dress code are classic and simple. So think long or short sleeve button up, cowl neck blouses, maybe crew neck styles as well. Now these work really well when styled with like a pencil skirt or like an A-line skirt, ideally obviously paired with blazer to pull that whole look together. Now, when it comes to patterns and details, well, this is where things get a little bit more limited. You won't have like a ton of freedom, but that doesn't mean that you stack with, boring basics either. So you can definitely incorporate subtle patterns like pinstripes, like tweed, like textured fabrics. For details, you can look for like belted blazers, blouses with interesting color shapes, or a bit of ruching around your neckline is also going to be appropriate. Just keep everything essentially refined and understated. Now, delicate jewelry is also totally fine. Just skip anything like oversized or overly trendy. Overall, the professional dress code leans traditional and conservative, so clean lines, classic pieces are, and obviously nothing too bold. So now let's talk about business casual. So this is one of those dress codes that trips up a lot of my clients. So let's break it down and let's talk about the key differences between a business professional code style and business casual. So Business casual is exactly what it sounds like. A mix between business and casual styles. So think of it as blending that very traditional workwear with more relaxed everyday pieces. And I totally get it. This is where it gets really, really confusing. So where's the line, right? What's too business, what's too casual? And I often see a lot of women leaning too far in one direction, either dressing too conservatively or too laid back. So the goal essentially is to mix one business piece with one casual piece in the same outfit, merge them together. That balance is what creates effectively that business casual look. So let's talk about the types of silhouettes, colors, and patterns that work, and then I will show you some outfit examples to make it easy to put it together. So when it comes to business casual style, there's way more freedom, especially with silhouette. So you will see staples like blazers and simple blouses and traditional dresses and skirts, but you can also mix in more casual pieces like denim, like t-shirts or knit tops. So for shoes, for example, you can go for like those, classic heels and loafers. They will still work really, really well, but you can also wear clean and minimal sneakers as well. So now let's talk about color and patterns. This is where business casual gets really, really fun. So you can explore a much wide range of colors and prints, so florals, plaid, stripes. You can mix and match them in ways that would be too bold for like that professional dress code, okay? Here is the most important thing to remember, okay? Now, business casual is all about balance. And to help my clients to get it right, I always suggest mixing two pieces that belong to different styles, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. So for example, you can take a dark denim, really casual piece, right? Then add a tee, also very casual piece, and then add a structured blazer, professional dress code, right? Now you created a look that blends both styles, relaxed and polished. So essentially, what you want to do with business casual is borrow from both styles, professional and casual, and mix them together in one look. So now we're going to clearly break down the difference between that professional dress code and business casual. So a professional dress code is more traditional and structured across the board, right? So colors, silhouettes, accessories. It's also much more polished and more conservative, and there's less flexibility. Think really clean lines, solid colors, subtle prints, minimal jewelry, okay? Now when it comes to business casual, on the other hand, still outfit's gonna be very professional, but the overall vibe is more relaxed. So you're not bound by the same strict rules. You can play with colors and you can play with prints and more casual fabrics. So for example, what you can do, you can wear a pinstripe suit, which is very professional look, and mix it with like a simple tee. Very casual, right? That's business casual in action. So blending that formal and relaxed pieces together in one look. Now, and finally, this is really important. Context matters. So where are you going, right? Professional dress code is what you will wear to high stakes environments, like let's say court, maybe like a job interviews, or maybe like a formal presentation, right? Now, on the other hand, business casual works really, really well for like less formal meetings and team offsites, like conferences, let's say, or maybe like everyday office wear, where a full suit isn't just necessary. So now you know exactly what is the difference between the professional dress code and business casual. Don't forget, I have a free elevated work style guide, and you're going to find it in a description below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post a new video, which is every Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.